So Wrestlemania 28/7 has finished. Well, I've just finished watching it as I didn't watch it live. I'll have to say it was a pretty good show. You always have the high expectations of Wrestlemania being a grand stage, but you know, it was alright. Anyway, I'm Sludgeball, and this will be my Wrestlemania 27 review. Tell me what you think in the comment section below how it went. I was pretty pissed off that there was no US Championship match. And subscribe up there, or there, wherever. And subscribe and comment on how you thought it was, the show. Anyway, I'm gonna start off with the Rock promo. It was just to get the show underway, get it like electrifying or electrified. That's the word. Yeah. So he just like said, this tonight's gonna be the best show ever. Will it live up to expectations? Anyway, and to the surprise, the World Heavyweight Championship was the first match on the card. Edge versus Alberto Del Rio with Christian and Brodus Clay at ringside. I have to say, this was a pretty good, fast-paced match. Like, considering Edge is older, and Del Rio's not the from what I've seen, not the mobile type. It was a pretty good match. Anyway, there were good points. There were a lot of interferences. Brodus Clay tried to interfere a bit. Christian was interfering. Ricardo Rodriguez was interfering. Anyway, at one point you have Del Rio hitting the cross arm breaker in, and then Edge reversing into a sharpshooter, and then Del Rio almost tapping out, but he didn't. Then he reverses it into like an arm lock, throws him out, and then by the time he has enough time, boom, spear, 1, 2, 3, Edge retains. To my surprise, I didn't upload a preview, I was too late, but in my preview I said Del Rio to win. I was wrong. I was wrong in a lot of matches. I was probably right in like 3. Anyway, the next match was Cody Rhodes versus Rey Mysterio match. This match was okay. Cody Rhodes did as much as he could. Rey Mysterio, who knows, probably injured, but didn't have that WrestleMania intensity that he's had in most years. Anyway, Rhodes actually gets the win. Exactly what I wanted. This was good. Rhodes wins with the crossroads. You had at one point Rhodes went to the knee brace, which injured him, and threw it outside the ring. Well, injured him, and threw it outside the ring. And then you had Rey Mysterio take off the mask, and then started hitting him with it, and then he got thrown out the ring, and then Rey Mysterio goes for like a flying maneuver over the ropes, and then Rhodes quickly gets the knee brace and hits him in the face, and then throws him in the ring, does a crossroads, 1, 2, 3, Rhodes is your winner. Whoop-de-da. That was a stupid saying. Anyway, the next match, you had the core match, the core versus Big Show, Kane, Santino Marella, and Kofi Kingston. What a ridiculous match. Like, I was sidetracked doing something else at the time, and to my surprise, I hear the announcer saying Big Show with the knockout punch, and I'm like, what? 1, 2, 3. Okay. I didn't see much of it, but I saw there were a lot of interferences from the start. Ezekiel Jackson knocks Big Show down, and then they all start interfering, and then it's left with Big Show and Heath Slater in the ring. Big Show hits a knockout punch. 1, 2, 3. Big Show is your winner, and then yeah, stupid match. Anyway, the next match was another good feud. CM Punk versus Randy Orton. That was a good match. Considering Randy Orton was in it, Randy Orton has the ability to pull off really shit matches, but in this feud, I reckon he's been doing quite well. Punk's been really carrying him through this. I have to say, I am a Punk fan. He's probably up in my top 5 wrestlers of all time. I loved him. I loved him when he was at ECW. Anyway, Orton wins with an RKO, and then when CM Punk was going for like a springboard off the out of the ring into the ring, but yeah, to that surprise, hits him with the RKO. Punk dominated the match, which was good. Means that Randy Orton's doing his job in the ring, getting dominated, and then coming out with a surprise. The knee injury came into play again. You had Punk at one point near the ring post, delivering a modified figure 4 leg lock to him, and which enhanced the injury. Orton tried to punt him, but his knee gave out again. There was no punt. I assumed a punt. No. Now, the fail match of the year. I'm gonna have a fail match. There was probably the match of the year and the fail match of the year. King versus Cole in such a fail match. Apparently, you had apparently King wins. He taps out to his own ankle lock, I'm gonna say, and then anonymous general manager beeps in and awards Cole the win. So what a fucked up ending. Like, they were saying that Cole, he's finally gonna get his chance at WrestleMania, and then he doesn't get the victory. But yeah, Stone Cold delivered a couple of stunners, which was good. That's what I wanted to see. Anyway, match of the year now. Undertaker versus Triple H. This was such an epic match. I loved it. Triple H, he hit 3 pedigrees and a tombstone. Undertaker kicked out of every single one. And to my surprise, Undertaker won with Hell's Gate, which I haven't seen for a while. And Triple H tapped out. He was trying to break it. It was a pretty long hold for Hell's Gate. Anyway, there was some good spots in the match. The coal mine got broken. Triple H delivered a spine buster through the announcer's table. You had Undertaker give last rides. Triple H with pedigrees. At one point I thought Triple H was going to win, but no. Kick out. Nah, a match that I couldn't care less about, and I can't believe it was 7th. So people be and considering the main event wasn't that much chop either. So you had Trish Stratus, Snooki, John Morrison versus Lay Cool and Dolph Ziggler. What a foul match. Well, not as foul as the other match, but you had 2 brilliant superstars that didn't go in the ring. They just fought outside the ring. And you had Snooki in there longer than them. They didn't get tagged in. Anyway, Trish Stratus and Michelle McCool started the match. I like these 2 superstars. You had the best Divas superstar, and then you got the current best Divas superstar. That's my opinion. Anyway, you have Snooki ends up getting the pin, and everyone's like, whoa, and I'm like, huh? And then she does this little jump thing, and then a splash. That's my cat. That delivers a splash, and 1, 2, 3. It was not that good. And then finally the WWE Championship match. I was anticipating this. I thought this was going to be last, and this is when I thought John Cena was going to win for the 3rd consecutive year, winning a World Championship match. But to my surprise, he didn't. The first result was a double count out, and I'm like, something's happening. Rock's interfering. Then Rock interfered, came out, and then the second match wasn't as long. You had Cena trying to do an attitude adjustment. Miz was on the ropes, and then as soon as he turns around, rock bottom. Miz goes for the cover, 1, 2, 3. Miz retains, and then Miz didn't get out of it either. Rock delivers a spine buster, then does a people's elbow. So the winner of WrestleMania is The Rock. He got what he wanted. He told Cena and Miz a lesson. Anyway, what the future holds, gonna have to watch Raw. I haven't watched it yet, but I've seen stuff about it, which will be good. Anyway, this is my WrestleMania 27 review. I'm usually quite strict on pay-per-views as good as this, so I'm going to give it about a 7.25. I can be easily entertained, but there was some matches on the card that I just did not like, and you replace them, and you get rid of a bloody US Championship match. Like, you fucking idiots. Like, seriously, you had a great superstar in Sheamus, and you have a great superstar in Daniel Bryan, and you put rubbish superstars like Santino Marella, and you put Snooker, who's never been in a match, and you put Layla in a match, who I hate. Anyway, that was a random rant. Anyway, I'm Sludgeball. See ya. Subscribe and tell me what your comments were. See ya.